You're the minority leader in the state's Senate. So you're saying you don't really have a relationship with the governor.
That's what I'm saying. I have reached out several times to him, his office, and there has been very, very little back and forth with us. In fact, towards the end of the last session, when there was a possible deal that we could get done at the end of session, they used tricks and they did some very, kind of mean spirited things behind the scenes just to really make sure that we weren't part of that process. And so, for us, politics, yes, it's a game where you win, you lose, but they play in a way that really ruins the opportunity for bipartisan work in a way that will help all Minnesotans. And I'm afraid that if he gets into that vice presidential seat, that he'll run politics in the U.S. the same way.
Talk to us a little bit about that story. What was that deal? What were those tricks? How was Governor Walz involved from your perspective?
From my perspective, so we had given several offers over to the House and the Senate leadership. The governor was involved with those, include in on those, but it got down to the last weekend, and we thought this. We got an invitation then to go to the governor's conference room to talk about the possibility of coming up with a compromise. When we got there, both me and the minority leader from the House, we quickly realized that they didn't really want to talk about policy compromise, anything meaningful or substantive. What we realized that we were led into a trap in his conference room while things were going on the floor in both the House and the Senate. That because the margins were so close, they had to get a couple people off the floor, and so they did this under the pretense of getting some compromise. So there was, yeah, I mean, this is the type of politics the governor and his leadership will play.
That's interesting to hear. It's alarming to hear. Did you ask them? Did you ask Governor Walz to his face, hey, what was that about? Did he have a response? Did his office say anything? Or did other Democrats say anything? Did they agree with you? What did that conversation look like?
Yeah, they've had very little conversation with us since the end of the session. They've been focused on their elections and different things, and so this was just, from their perspective, I'm sure it was fair game. And for us, we felt that really ruined the opportunities for bipartisan compromise and ability to do that. I don't think Minnesotans, I don't think Americans would expect that type of politics, but that's the type of politicians they are.